Okay, we're here with Arnold, and he's going to just describe a little bit about the kitchen and the improvements here.
Well, when I arrived, there was a double fridge here, and with that now, given off a lot of heat, and whenever the girl would open the fridge, get the product out, the heat went in and caused ice on the refrigerator. So it wasn't really functioning right, the temperature wasn't really right. Here there was a bed, as what we would call back home a breakfast bar, and it was 2 foot wide, and it came together, initially blocking off any flow you would have had. Although it's a lot roomier now, it was very narrow. The door was extended about 1.5 feet to make it wider.
Well, we can come see that if we'd like.
The door would have come to here. So you can imagine with the heat of the fridge, the heat of the cooking, and the cramped space of 3 women, it was horrendous. So we decided that we would have to do some improvements, and the only improvement we could really make was move the store, which was here. Again, we had to make the door wider. The door wider, and we took all the store out of here, made the door wider, and took the fridge from the main kitchen into here. A lot cooler, and this is really a preparation room for them now, and storage whenever the food is cooling. We have more space now for freezer, and the heat is not as much because it's not working as hard now, and there is plenty of room now for the cold air to circulate within the fridge without being blocked in place. Very good job. We then moved the store from here.
Okay.
Here was like a veranda for the living accommodation, and there was a pillar here to hold it up, and a pillar on both sides. So the obvious thing to do is to fill up to that, and have it closed. This was all open. This has to be built up, and all the products here now, it's much easier for Lucia to take stock, to rotate the stock properly, and it's a lot cooler, and things are more easier accessible for her to get.
Yeah,
storage like napkins and that. Brendan just broke the shelf, and the lights was already there for security lights, so we just kept them there. And as you can see, it's perfectly clean.
Beautiful and clean, absolutely. Yeah. No, for someone who did see the other, I can see the vast improvements.
Oh.
Amazing. Yeah. Okay, great. Maybe if you just want to tell us a little bit, Arnold, just you had just mentioned there was one additional thing you had kind of forgot about your initial contact with Mount Horeb.
Contact with Mount Horeb was about 4 or 5 years ago when we sponsored a child. My daughter was first to sponsor a child, and she told us about it because she knew Phyllis and John. Because back home, Phyllis helps run a mother and toddlers group in the church hall, and my daughter goes too. And that's how Leanne got involved with it. And I saw one day a photograph of a child and a bit about this place called Mount Horeb, and at her house, and I read it, and I said, why are we not doing something like this to my wife? So we contacted Phyllis, and through the process we sponsored a child called Kahise, and that was my first initial with Mount Horeb. But it wasn't just really us sponsoring the child. I personally wanted to know we're sponsoring a child, what's the long-term goal for this child, what's the education she's going to get, is it going to be Christian based, and all those questions were answered possibly to me. And whenever I went onto the website of Mount Horeb, I found out exactly everything about it, and I thought, yeah, this is very, very good. And then come Phyllis and John asking for people to go to Brazil. So really the first contact was us sponsoring the child, and then seeing how well the child was educated and spiritually educated with the control that they have. And I thought this is a worthwhile place, and then it just developed that I went to Brazil, and here I am. And I would also like to add to you that Liverpool won that night, so it was a good night all round.
Excellent. Thank you.
Okay.